Hi everyone, myself Jay Bhaskar. I am a student of UOW and I am doing my research on the topic aging aircraft, which comes under my subject research methods. Aging aircraft, are they an unacceptable safety risk? Many people come to know about aging aircraft, and the people who don't know about aging aircraft, let me define what is meant by that. Aging aircraft is nothing but the aircraft which has a time period of 20 years and more than 20 years and still it's running operational for commercial uses. And you can see that continuous air transport demand growth and the scarcity in airport pushes the civil aviation to pressurize the system components. Large number of accidents occurs due to this older and heavily used aging aircrafts. So we need, what is the reason is that this has necessitates the permanent monitor and detection of remedy of aging aircrafts. Excessively highly new aircrafts are really expensive than they prefer aging aircraft, which is cost effective. This is a global airline traffic graph, which is taken from the source Deloitte 2015, and you can see that the light blue ones are the passengers load factor percentage, and you can see the passengers who are traveling for kilometers and passengers who are traveling in millions and billions. Like if you take from 1981 to 2015, they have been rapidly growing on the upward direction. And there is something that the availability and the price of new aircraft has made them assessment towards the aging maintenance cost and as well as the operation efficiency of the older aircraft. Aviation safety is impacted by this aging aircraft, and important issue is that regarding the safety fatigue and corrosion is a major fact in this one. And moreover, we know that there is no global aviation regulation factors, and there is only national regulation factors, which makes one more drawback for this one. And you can see the number of air fleets which has been retired from commercial jets, and it has taken from the source Air Finance Journal, and you can see the what are the company names, manufacturers, and how much they have been retired from the commercial use. And the challenges faced by these aging aircraft are the operators are very precise to increase the life of this one from the original design, and it always have some management issues with the age related problems, and we also need to minimize the cost as well as the safety risk of this thing. And you know that maximize the technology advancement, and especially with individual components reaching its end life faster than the aircraft. This is the variation distribution charts in bar chart, and the variation distribution chart where the retirement age distribution, and this is for average retirement age. Like you can see that NB and WB and regional jets are almost on the side, and we can see the national base like NB jets are always on the top, and we can see in the bar chart clearly between the NB jets and the WB jets, which is on the top. And I have conducted some literature reviews on this one, and you can see that Australia has a growing problem in aging aircraft. Their population is very increasing, and there is business owners are trying to think to use aging aircraft because the new aircraft are nearly quite expensive. And even though they didn't consider about those business risk and reputation risk. And mainly, as I said before, that the aging aircrafts are mainly affected by corrosion and fatigue. One way to call this aging aircraft safety risk is to implement new technologies and new things to improve the aging aircrafts. And several technologies strive to enhance the total life of aircraft to maximize the service life. And aviation technology has to be improved to allow early detection of failures in aircraft structure and corrosion control techniques in aircrafts. Different environmental and stress conditions are operated for aircraft planes, so we need a different maintenance system for this one, and we need to maintain a different maintenance system for making the aging aircraft to be maintained properly in this thing. And we need to have many design programs. We need to compete with older design programs with the newer ones, so we need to have structural integrity and safety of aging aircraft. You can have the you can have aging about bath curve, which is where the mortality on the y-axis and age is on the x-axis, and you can find need special monitoring. In this case, we need about think about the quality manufacturing, and also if we didn't take care of these things, there will be failure in quality manufacturing. And failure due to design takes a long time because it designed properly before and it occurs in rare cases. And if the time comes to replace it, and if you didn't replace, there will be failures in those things. And failures due to wear is the time that we didn't replace those stuff, so you have failure in wearing things. And like no unified agreement between aviation authorities on activities of the aircraft. National aviation regulations governing air safety is one of the main reasons. And also we know that aviation regulatory authorities must go beyond operational management of aircraft to safety of the aircraft. Restricted regulation enforced by aviation industry on improved aviation technologies and as well as the better maintenance operations of aging aircraft will help lower the safety risk. What my research question is all about that: can new aviation technology and better aircraft maintenance and stronger regulations by aviation regulators help to lower the risk posted by increasing the usage of aging aircrafts? Let me conduct this one with like inductive research approach. This is where we can have a number of participants and we can get the ideas from them, like their opinions, and group them together and have brainstorming in knowledge, and probably provide a conclusive theory on this one. Like if you have a conclusive theory on how to lower the risk, and we'll have some ideas about those things. And next comes about like primary data collection method, which is an impressive method which can be done like participants can be have a research questionnaire, which is who is an expert in aircraft, and he need to be very precise about the question, and having some questions and having some answers will also like have some effective method in reducing the cost as well as the risk. We have purposive sampling technique. This is a technique where we can have a separate individuals who are experts in this one aging aircraft, and have some research sample from 10 manufacturers and 10 aviation industries and make them to cloud together to have a research sample. And quantitative research methods shall be improved. That it kind of thing is that to analyze research data using statistical and distributional numerical methods. Percentage, like most of the thing are represented in a graphical manner, but we can use descriptive data analysis in order to adopt in the research. Like to understand the safety risk posted by the aging aircraft and the various ways to overcome them from the research data. We can do all those things from this one. And let me come to the limitations. Limitations are nothing but the time and the resource for the researcher. Like that, it consumes a lot of time, and the research persons are very difficult to find. Like if they are experts in the things and they don't have some drawbacks. Like research sample, even though we do with research sample, there is a limited size amount of only we can make it to the one. And survey shall aid in obtaining data for the research from civil. Like we are getting many amount of data from the several participants quickly. We'll not have a precise and accurate data, but we'll have a data. Does not enable in collecting detailed responses. As I said before, that we're conducting these tests, or we will not get a detailed response, but our overall review can be done. And due to this expensive nature and time consuming of the interview, cause the researcher not to use these methods. And these are my references, and thank you.